everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis Kimberly. If this is your first time here, welcome. In today's video, we are going to be talking about something that I think is really critical to any woman who is starting her own hair journey. It's something that I wish I knew when I first started my hair journey. It's something that I think can really impact your self-esteem and also just be a distraction overall in just how you view your hair and your overall approach to your own personal hair journey. So if you're starting a hair journey or if you're on a hair journey, you're definitely going to want to watch this video. And if you have not done so already, then definitely hit that red button down below, the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell so that you can be alerted every time I upload a video every Sunday. I do want to make the point very clear that when you start your own hair journey, it's so important that you are looking towards women who have a similar hair type to you. And the reason why I say that is because I know personally, from my own personal experience, for a long time I was looking at women with hair types that were not similar to my own hair type. They were much looser than my hair type. As you guys know, I have 4C hair naturally. I do chemically process, but the hair that grows out of my head is definitely 4C grade hair. And so at the time when I started my hair journey, I was looking at these girls who had like these ringlet curls, who, yes, their hair was curly, they had texture, but it was curly. Like, it wasn't kinky, coily, really tight like how mine was. And for a long time, I even remember back in high school, like, I would look at other girls' hair and I would say, oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty. What products do you use? And she would tell me, and I would go and I would buy the product. I actually went and bought the product. I was like, all right, cool. We got the recipe. Here we go. I'm about to have the same cute little ringlet curls that this girl has, and nothing happens. Then I come to find out, like, honey, no, that's not how it works. And so it took a little while for me to like realize, like, okay, wait a minute. Not all hair is made the same. Not all black hair is made the same. Then there was this whole surge on YouTube and on social media, like when everyone was going natural and just like, you know, like people were like talking about different curl patterns, textures or whatever. And I was like, okay, where am I? Like, okay, we got the 3, we got the 4, like, where's my fit? Okay, A, B, C. And it was like, nah, girl, like, you're C, like a hard C. Like, there's, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, no, like, you were on the far end of the spectrum. Like, you thought that you had loose curl. No, honey, you don't. And like, that was a very like humbling kind of like, okay, girl, like, sit back, like, you need to understand your hair. So I guess the point of all of this is just to say, like, you need to find inspiration from those who are able to connect with you based on a similar experience to you. And that's not to say that you can't look to someone else who has a different hair texture from you. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that you should have a balance, right? You should be able to draw inspiration from people whose hair texture is different from yours, but you should also be grounded in seeing people who also have the same hair texture as you as well, because that is going to reinforce your own personal self-esteem that, like, hey, this person has 4C hair texture like me, her hair is super long, her hair is healthy, I want hair like hers, rather than looking to an unattainable standard that is not going to be your circumstance ever. It's just not in your DNA, honestly, and trying to attain something that's just not going to happen. And yes, I still follow people myself on YouTube who have a hair curl pattern, or why do I say hair curl pattern? It's curl pattern. Who have a curl pattern that's looser than mine, but I still watch them because they have a nice regimen, because they know how to detangle their hair, they know how to treat their hair, and there's nothing wrong with following people for that reason. And drawing inspiration from them. But it's also like, you've got to ground yourself and you've got to understand what your hair can do. How are you going to make your hair look poppin'? Like, how are you gonna optimize your look? That really should be the focus. So how can you tell that somebody's hair texture is similar to yours or different from yours? So the things that I look for personally, I look at somebody's edges, because edges don't lie. I look at somebody's, like, the actual hair strand, how thick the hair strand is and how straight that hair strand can get. And I also look for her hair density. How many strands of hair does she have on her head? And the reason why I look at those three things initially is because I want to see, like, at a very base level what her hair is compared to mine. And when I say edges don't lie, like, they really don't lie. I mean, if you straightened your hair and you've gotten it pressed and you laid it down and you got them laid, then, like, that's one thing. But in raw state, you can definitely see the new growth coming through, and you can really see the raw texture of somebody's hair when you look at their new growth. Additionally, look at how straight their hair is. In a lot of instances, you'll see women with these really thick strands of hair, and beautiful hair, don't get me wrong. But for me, I personally have fine hair, and when you look at my hair, my individual strands up close, they actually are not straight. They still, no matter how much I flat iron, they still maintain a little bit of texture there. And I know that my hair is probably average density. There are definitely YouTubers out here who have much more dense, like, more strands of hair on their head, and that's fine. But I just also, like, I'm able to, like, take that with a grain of salt and know that, like, okay, her hair density is her hair density. Remember, guys, the number of hair strands that grow out of your head, the number of follicles that you have, is predetermined. That's what you're born with. So to ask your hair, or to want your hair to grow more strands out of your scalp, is not only an unreasonable ask, it's not possible. So keep that in mind. But I look at those things because those things tend to make me upset. Like, if I am looking at a woman and I see that her hair, like, she's got this really full hairstyle, and it's like, oh my god, she's got, like, this full hair, oh my god, I've got to step back, be like, Alexis, look, this is what you got, let's work with it. Okay, so that's something that I've had to just kind of, like, you know, remember. And it's important to do that because styling, I mean, even if you're trying to do a straight style, you know that somebody who has a looser texture curl is going to be able to get her hair straighter than you are. You know that even for a heatless style, think about it. If you've got 4C hair growing out of your head as opposed to somebody who's got 3A hair growing out of their head, the 3A head of hair is naturally going to be a looser, straighter look. It's going to be like more of a wave instead of my braid outs or twist outs, which tend to be, like, still very kinky and it shrinks up a lot. So just also, again, just recognizing that, like, yes, your braid out, your twist out, your heatless style is beautiful, but mine is going to turn out differently. That whole expectation of how a style is supposed to turn out, or how a product is supposed to respond, or how your hair is supposed to respond to a certain product, I mean, that is all dependent on your hair type. So I just, like, and tied to that is, like, your self-esteem. Like, it really is so disheartening when you are shooting for a style and you're like, oh my god, her hairstyle looks so cute and I'm gonna try to replicate that, and then you try it and then it fails, and it's like, damn, like, I did everything she said and it's not working for me. And sometimes it really does come down to the fact that your hair is just different from hers, and that doesn't mean that your hair is any less than, or, you know, is not as healthy or as good as hers. It's just that hers is different. And so sometimes being able to, again, resonate with somebody with a similar hair type is just so important. Another thing that I will look at is what someone's hair looks like when it's wet. And obviously it's different when you're chemically processed, when you're Texlax, whatever, you are putting a chemical on your hair, so you're not getting the actual, you know, raw texture of somebody's hair. But still, being able to see a person's hair in its wet form is very important. Why? Because you can really see somebody's texture when it's wet and when it dries, like when it dries, air dries. So if you actually saw my last video on my slick back bun tutorial, you saw my hair in its wet state, and a lot of you guys were like, oh my god, you really do have a lot of texture, because like when you see it when it's wet and you're trying to detangle through it, it's like, oh, like her hair comes to life. Like we see now what actually is going on there. And so that's another indicator for me, just when I'm trying to look and see like, okay, who am I gonna follow? Who am I gonna like draw inspiration from? Like I wanna see what your hair looks like wet, because it really does make a difference. Like it really does highlight your texture, even when it's in like a slick back state, like how I had it in that last video. You could really see like the nature of my waves. Like the goal when you slick back hair is to get those like little waves or whatever. Like this is old, so ain't no waves here, but like when it's fresh, you can really clearly see like the waves that form when you put gel onto your hair. And my waves tend to be very tight. Somebody else's hair who has a looser texture than mine might have a much looser wave. Like it will be very apparent that like their hair is straighter than my hair is. So that's another indicator that I look for. So again, like I guess the point of all of this is just to say like, just draw inspiration from whoever you want, but just make sure that you have at least one or two people who like you see and you're like, there, like she's got my hair texture and I can look to her because she like, her hair is probably, not always, but her hair is probably gonna respond to products, to styling in a similar way to mine. I just have been there personally where I was just like, damn, like your hair is mad long, like what's up? Like why is it mine? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that sucks. Like that feeling really, really sucks. But like, just follow people who like, who got hair like you. That's basically what I'm saying. And hey, sometimes it's like, you just wanna just watch some hair porn, and like, I'm here for it. Like some of you guys comment on my videos and you're just like, that was just like so satisfying, like watching her do that, or like watching you like blow dry your hair or whatever it is. Like, like sometimes you just really just like are just like intrigued by just watching somebody do their hair, and that's fine too. But again, like that's something different. Like you're just trying to get your fix. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about like when you're trying to figure out your own hair regimen, like you got hair goals and you're trying to reach goals and set, records here. Like, you want to make sure that you are keeping yourself in line with what your hair needs and requires, and muting kind of the noise that can sometimes be when it's just like, I'm on a journey to sit on my hair, and it's like okay, but like my hair is right here, so like what? But you get me. Anyway, I think at this point I'm rambling, but I just wanted to like, I don't know, give you guys a boost of confidence and just empower you guys. Like so many of you are like, yes, I'm starting this hair journey. I'm ready to relax. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to like be happy with my hair again. And I'm just super excited for all you guys, because like I feel your guys' energy. It's just like, it's just amazing like what we're building here. And I just hope that you guys are empowered by the fact that like I too have struggled with hair confidence, with feeling like my hair was never gonna grow past my shoulders, feeling like my hair was just doomed to be unhealthy, to break because my hair is so tight. I mean, I just really had so many fights with my hair just in my own personal hair journey. So like I get you, and I want you to know that there is another side to that, and you will get to the place where you're at the length that you want, where you're at the the health that you want. Obviously thickness is something that like is somewhat predetermined, but like if you want to make sure that your hair strands are thick from root to end, like you got bomb ends and there ain't no split ends there, like you can have that, sis. You can have it. Just draw inspiration, be realistic in your goals, and just set goals and like strive for them, and don't accept anything less. If you guys like this video, then definitely give this video a big like. It really helps my channel and it helps get my message out to more women who are on this healthy hair journey as well. And definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know, like, have you guys been feeling this way as well? Like, is it just me? Because I could be alone in this, but I feel like I'm not. Like, I feel like a lot of us feel this way and like don't really talk about it, but we, you know, draw inspiration and we look at other people and we're like, damn, like, what? You look so cute, like what's up with me, like kind of deal. So if you felt that way in your life, or you felt that way like in any way of life, like definitely leave a comment down below. Like, let's start a conversation about it. Subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one. And until next time, guys, I will see you all in my next video. I love you guys and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.